Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you, and this one we're going to talk about paternal leave in Sweden versus the US. What inspired me to do this video was recent comments made by Joe Rogan. Let me show you a clip here from the Philip DeFranco show.
People are blaming Pete Buttigieg because of the fact that he's on paternity leave.
That was a weird one because I never know in those stories. It's like, is this just like a partisan thing where you just want to like yell at the guy because...
But it is kind of crazy. He's on paternity leave. It's like, but here's the thing. One of you should do that. One of you should take care of the children. Like this idea that both parents should get maternity and paternity leave at the same time is a little weird.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't. Only
Why?
because I have a German cousin and they get the shit. I mean, they get like a full year for the woman and 9 months for the husband.
That's great. You want to live in Germany? Because in America, you got to work. Like, here's the thing. If you have a small business, you're the one who loves small businesses, okay? Right?
Yeah.
Imagine.
No,
if
you
have
can't
an employee,
take maternity leave.
Imagine if you have an employee and this is your fucking CEO of your little company or whatever, and the wife has a baby and the husband's like, I'm taking 4 months off. You're like, what the are you talking about?
Now, why I'm interested about this topic is because I had similar attitudes to Joe Rogan when I first came to Sweden. Now, here in Sweden, if you're a man, you get about a year off to stay home and take care of your kid. It's for both parents, no matter who you are, 2 girls, 2 guys, it doesn't matter. Everybody gets the time off. One person stays home, then another, so that you can have like 2 years with the kids. I know some people that you have so many years to use up all that time, so maybe some dads, for example, maybe don't use up all the time, and then they save some so they can take a trip together or do something fun for each other. So this is an amazing benefit you get. You get about like 80% of what your regular salary is, so it's a little bit of a pay cut. But time is our most valuable resource, people. Imagine just like an old man on his deathbed. If you said to him, do you wish you could have been more successful, or do you wish you could have spent more time with your kids? Or could you have made more money or spent more time with your kids? I think in a lot of cases they would pick the kids because, again, you can't get the time back. What Joe said was an attitude that I shared when I first came to Sweden and how I saw paternal leave in general. And the funny thing is, this is kind of how we're raised as American men, growing up in a way in America, how to think. And the funny thing to me is, this is the biggest men's right issue we are facing in the United States right now. Funny enough, even women trying to get maternal leave is still one of the biggest women's rights issues. But what's interesting to this is a lot of people that are against this mentality tend to be not all conservatives. This can be a conservative and liberal attitude, but let's just say like kind of the macho guy attitude, like tough guy attitude that I'm going to work really, really hard. But these are the same people that complain about the fact that it's harder for a man to get custody of his kids and that the women has a lot more power there. And it's like, yeah, we're literally talking about equal rights here. Hashtag equal rights for all. That includes us dudes as well. And it's tough to get used to first in Sweden because if you're able to take that time off and you're guaranteed to keep your job. So if you're working somewhere and someone's not there, you kind of have to pick up their slack. And when I first came, I remember thinking about all that and thinking, oh, is this good for companies? But flash forwarding to like growing up and becoming more mature and this macho attitude that we have in America, that come to America, get a job, work as hard as you possibly can, provide for your family, and you will be successful. A lot of American men believe that they are going to be millionaires or billionaires. Maybe some people are against this billionaire tax they're trying to put in because they really think someday they could be a billionaire as well. Because if you actually look at our salary wages versus productivity, as humans, we are way more productive than we ever were before, yet we don't make money compared to that. See, we're all getting more stuff done now in all our jobs all across the world, but we haven't seen that big increase in salary. So this idea of just work hard, a man should always work, I just want to point out that a lot of men that have all these other issues with men, where maybe depression and other things, they're suffering from this, and they're also not getting time off. It's such a stupid way to think. I was stupid too thinking this way, because real men do take care of their kids. Real men should be around and share those responsibilities. Like, how is it not good for a child's development to have both of their parents spend time with them? I mean, it's ridiculous. And if you think about what it does for the parents' mental health as well, and their relationship with their job. See, the reason I thought this was negative is because I would see so many jobs, like, you're guaranteed to keep your job when you leave, you're protected. Maybe hire somebody temporarily, and it does have an impact on the companies. But here's the thing. The company, the job, will always be there. Again, the time with your kids, that's limited. They're only that size for so long. You only have one chance to make it right. And when I saw that other side of things, I really started to realize, well, hey, you know, if I have kids someday, like, I want to be able to stay home and spend time with them. So I think it's something that really benefits, you know, everyone. Benefits the parents. It's tough on the work jobs in place, but the fact that they can do it themselves. On top of that, if you're working a really stressful job and can leave, you might keep that job longer and be happier with that job, since you also have the flexibility to be home with your kids. Pretty clear, Americans are pretty angry. And it's pretty clear, Americans are pretty stressed. And we have some situations where, like, fathers or mothers aren't in the kids' lives. And I just think to myself, that I believe this is a win-win, no-brainer. I'm not saying that America has to have the same benefits that Sweden has. But wow, what if the dad got a month? It's a very important issue with women. They should also get the maternal leave. It's really important. They're literally giving birth to a baby. They shouldn't have to worry about their job. Even in some cases in the US, if you're, like, thinking of getting a job, like I've said to my sambo, like, if we're ever going to the States and we don't have kids yet, like, they're not supposed to ask you that. But that's stuff in people's mind. They're always constantly thinking about that. We need laws in place to protect the American worker, the modern worker, if you will, from these things. This is a men's right issue, and it's important. And Joe Rogan, you missed the mark on this one. No one's saying you can't work hard. No one's saying that things aren't going to get done. And on a final note, when he talks about Germany, I don't know about you guys, but I think Germany's doing okay. So, all right, this is my thoughts on this one. Apologize if you can hear the fighter jet in the background. Kind of shortened the video that I wanted to do, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please tell me if you think I missed anything below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hej då!